Hi ladies, hi gents, I hope you're all well. Okay, I want to share a quick project with you. I actually altered this small bird cage, well it's a half bird cage, a couple of weeks ago, and this bird cage I got from Primark a few years ago. I bought a few of them. I used one on a canvas, and I think I sent my sis Diana, hi Diana, one, and this one I altered. It didn't have a back on it and it had a hanging bird inside, which I removed, and I did actually make a back for it out of cardboard here. Added a small plinth onto the bottom and lots of flowers round the base, leaves up the side and butterflies, and inside there is a couple of little picture frames. There's a little bird, and down the bottom there is a little bird's nest. And I absolutely loved altering this. I know Prima have bird cages similar to this out. I just couldn't afford to buy their bird cages because I think I paid £1.50 for these, and I enjoyed altering this so much. The other day when I was in the pound shop buying the oven mats, I actually seen a slightly bigger one. Sorry, this has a mirror in the background, so you're going to get a bit of reflection. Hopefully not of me, because I'm not dressed yet, because it's early. So I'll set it that way for now. Which is bigger than the one that I've altered. This one is smaller. And this one actually has a candle base in it, and some metal flowers and butterfly. Actually, it does open as well. So what I thought I'd do is I'm going to alter this, and I'm going to show you how I did it, or attempt to show you how I do it. So I'm just going to move this one out of the way. And the first thing I'm going to do is just the mirror is removable, so it's just like a picture frame back. So I'm just going to remove that. And I think I got, for those of you in the UK, I think I got this in Pound World. But I know a lot of them at the moment, they've all got garden stuff in, so probably a few of them have this in. So this is the back of the mirror. What I'm going to do is I'm going to alter the back of the mirror so the mirror will be facing the wall rather than into the bird cage. So if I just show you this in more detail, so it's just like that. And first of all I thought I'm going to remove the candle thing, because you can twist them off, you know, and snap the little bit off, but I'm not going to. I think I'm going to keep it there and go ahead and alter it the way it is right now. So what I'm going to do first is I chose this paper, and it's from a Prima collection. It's from the Nature Garden collection. Actually, I'll show you the book in a minute. I've got some stuff sat on it, but I'll show you that in a minute. So I'm going to use this paper, and in particular I want these, I want this butterfly in the background of it, so I'm going to put my mirror down on the edge where I think I want it. And don't think that I'll waste all this paper, I won't. I do keep all my big scraps of paper. If it's tiny little bits I might not keep it, but I do keep all my big scraps. So I'm just going to take a pencil and draw around that. So I've got my shape, and I'm going to quickly cut that out. Now when you draw around something, it does come up slightly bigger than the shape that it's going to fit on. Which I'll show you in a moment. Now if you're only somebody who crafts with lace, this video probably won't appeal to you, because it's just, I might put some lace on it. I haven't on the other one, but I might on this one, but I haven't quite decided yet. Bring my bin over. Okay, so that's my trimmed piece, and it will be very slightly bigger than the mirror. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue that on, and then I'll show you what I do once it's dry. I'm using, I've got it upside down because high-tech all-purpose very sticky glue. And I just pop it into a little container rather than squeeze the bottle, because my hands aren't very good at squeezing bottles, so I mostly will decant some into a little container. And if you don't, I know I've said it in other videos, but if you don't like watching real-time videos, then this probably isn't the best video for you to watch. I'm not the fastest crafter in the world, and I enjoy taking my time. I enjoy, you know, relaxing whilst I craft, and well, I've said before, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on. I don't want to turn the mirror over, but there is a slight lip on it, but once that's dry, I will show you what I do, rather than trying to cut it to the exact size. I'm trying to be very careful with this, because obviously it is a mirror, so it will have some sharp edges on it, so do be careful if you're, I mean, you could cut out a cardboard piece and use it instead of the mirror, but right, so I'll put that to the side once that dries. The other thing that I want to do, I do want to put a bottom on this. So I've just got a piece of card. This is quite a thick card here. Come out of it. Let me just close it. Actually open it. So I want to create a base for this. So again, I am just going to draw around and get my shape. will probably trim this on the inside of the pencil line to make this fit better. I'm just going to cut that out. I'm happy. I'm just checking if I need to trim it a bit more. I don't think so. That seems like quite a good fit, so I'm quite happy with that. I also want to cover them in paper. So I will go back to this. Where do I want it? You probably won't see much of this, so I'll just and I probably will cover both sides of this card, even though most of it won't be seen. I'm just going to cut that out. And then I'll probably do another bit here. So I'm just going to draw around that. If you've got very plain paper, you can draw it on the back so you've got a clearer pencil line. But if it's a patterned, I tend to do it on the patterned side so I see what I'm getting. And with my scraps, what I tend to do, like this one, with what's left, I tend to trim them off and keep the bits that are usable, and any little bits like this I get rid of. So that's what I will do with that. Okay, so these will again be a little bit bigger than the template, but I will trim them in a sec. So I'm just going to glue these on. For use that, you know, if you've got a squeezy bottle of glue, it'll be a lot quicker for you. But like I say, my hands, or in particular one of my hands, isn't very good at squeezing the bottles, so this is how I have to do it for me. And I know the edges look a little bit rough, but that's okay. I will tidy it up. I'll just let that side dry before I stick the other side on. Okay, sip of tea. So on this, where I've got the slight lip, I'm not going to turn it over. If there's enough to trim, like on this one there is, hang on, I will just trim round. Like like I say, be careful if you're adhering something to glass. A little bit. So I've got a little bit off by trimming it, but then what I do is I use my Prima distress tool, and I will be very careful because again, it, like I say, it is glass, and I will just take off those edges that are just a little bit overlapping, and it gives it a nice little distressed edge as I go. I would normally do this over my little paper bin, but I'm not going to put the paper bin up on the table. So that is now down to the edge of the glass, and it's got a nice little distress finish. I need to remember it's glass. I need to bring my bin over. Okay, this one dry enough. So you can see I've got a little bit of an overlap there, so I'm just going to trim off what I can with the scissors. And this is probably still a little bit wet, but again, I will just give it a little bit of a distress. I love this tool. You see those rough edges smooth out, so that's why I wasn't worried that I had a few rough edges. So what I'm going to do now is put the paper on the other side. That a little minute to dry. Let's move that out of the way for a minute. Okay. So on this, what I am going to do as well, I am going to distress the frame a little bit. I'm going to give it a coat of gesso. This is the one I use, because I can get this from Hobbycraft or on eBay. So quite often they put them on deal, or they have promotions in store now and then, so I just buy them when they're on promotion. So this is what I use. I won't show you me gessoing the whole thing, because, you know, but I'll just quickly show you what I do. I do dab my gesso onto the lid to take some of it off, but so I'm just going to give it a light coat of gesso. You're not going to see much because it's white on white, and I'll do that over. And what I like about doing this on metal pieces is it gives it a slight matte finish, and it means if I want to add anything to it, like sprays or that, it gives it a better grip having the gesso on, than because the plastic coating on the metal doesn't take the sprays as well as if you gesso it first. I'll just do a little bit more. I will finish this off off camera because, you know, it's not the most interesting thing to watch, is it? And I will do the candle holder as well, because I'm not sure how I'm going to alter that yet, or what I'm going to do with it, so I will just make sure I give everything a coat of gesso. Anyway, that's all I do for now on that. I will finish it off in a moment. Let's see if I can just finish this off. Again, I've got a little bit there that I can easily trim off with the scissors. And then it's still a bit wet, but I will just smooth those edges out. Okay, so that's that done. Now, just before I go and finish gessoing the frame, what I will do is, on these, I always like to gesso a bit round the paper. Again, I just do a bit around the edges. Just like that. And then I will do the same on, not so much because I know most of this won't show, but I do like to still do it. I don't know why, I still do it even though I know it's not going to show. The edge will or could show, so I'll make sure that's done. side. Okay, so that's done. So I'm going to stop, finish gessoing the frame, and then I'll come back with the next part. Bye for now.